Good morning, traders. Matt Weller here, Global Head of Research with FOREX.com. Today is Thursday, the 27th of August, 2026. It's my mom's birthday, but more importantly for you guys, we are a day ahead of the highly anticipated speech at the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium from Fed Chairman Kevin Warsh. In today's video, I'll break down everything that you need to know ahead of today's session generally and ahead of that speech. Let's get right into it. So we did have some economic data during today's U.S. morning session. Initial jobless claims came in a tick better than expected at 203,000 versus expectations of somewhere around 208, maybe 206,000. Major indices are on the rise ahead of the U.S. Open, while other major markets, oil, gold, the U.S. dollar, are all trading relatively flat. Why are indices rising? It's not as much due to jobless claims as it is because of Nvidia's earnings after the close yesterday. As expected, which is an ironic thing to say, Nvidia beat expectations on both revenue and earnings per share, but more to the point, its guidance was very strong, projecting 70% growth for the world's largest company in revenue next fiscal year. To me, the big takeaway is that the AI trade remains alive and well, and it is more supply constrained rather than demand constrained. That is to say, there's a lot of demand for new AI installations and models, but the thing that's holding us back right now are the supply side, the chips and the memory to support those new endeavors. Nonetheless, this is something that's driving risk sentiment higher ahead of the US Open. The main focus, though, of today's video is looking ahead to the Jackson Hole speech from FOMC Chairman Kevin Warsh. I don't expect a clear signal on what the FOMC will do in September. I think some traders are looking forward to that, and perhaps there'll be some hints. What I think could be a bigger focus and longer term in terms of its impact are what Kevin Warsh thinks about the recent actions at the U.S. Treasury, which are tiptoeing toward monetary policy in an effort to hold down yields, and crucially, a general philosophy and outlook for monetary policy. Those are the things that traders will be keying in on as they try to figure out this new Fed chairman who seems to be against tilting his hand either way and offering too much insight, a big change from former chairman Jerome Powell. Today's chart of the day is the euro versus the US dollar here in the candlesticks, and I've gone ahead and overlaid the 2-year yield spread between Germany, the biggest economy in the Eurozone, and the US. You can see both of those had been trending higher throughout most of August. However, they've both turned lower over the last week. Euro dollar potentially breaking below its bullish trend line, and yields had fallen as low, this yield spread here had fallen as low as about minus 1.44%. These two, generally speaking, are linked. They're ways of estimating what the central banks will do. And I think they could see some volatility in both of these figures after Chairman Warsh's speech. So keep an eye on this currency pair and on this yield spread as you try to interpret how that comes out again at 10 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. In terms of support and resistance levels on euro dollar, I'd be watching the highs that we set late last week, closer to 117.10 to the top side. A breakout there would confirm the uptrend and potentially point higher towards 17.50 or 118. Meanwhile, if this breakdown is confirmed, if we see U.S. short-term yields rising, maybe on something that's interpreted as more hawkishly from Chairman Warsh, that's where we could see euro dollar extend its fall. First near-term level of support to watch is closer to 115.70. That is today's video. Thank you for carving a couple minutes out of your day to watch. If I could ask just one quick favor though before you go, please do drop a like on this video. It's a free way to show your support that helps us with the algorithms. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel at FOREX.com for more videos like this. Thanks again, and best of luck with your trading today.